How you gonna be good there for your husband? How you gonna be there for your kids? Because you ain't even there for yourself. Hey y'all, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in as always. Today we are talking about part 2 in my Finding Peace series. Part 1 was about a week ago, so hopefully you already tuned into that one and you're here for part 2 because you're ready to keep things moving and to continue your journey to finding peace. If for some reason you found this video first and you haven't watched part 1, keep watching this video because there's no particular order, but then go back and visit part 1 because I kind of go more in depth of why I decided to do this video and why it's important to find your peace. I don't want to make this video about that because some people have already been here and they want to just continue to the next part. So make sure you go back and watch part 1. I don't know how to do cards yet exactly, but hopefully in this video I can go in and add the card to go to part 1, like right there. Hopefully, we'll see. But if I do figure it out, it's going to be right up in this area somewhere, okay? And part 2 is doing more of what makes you happy. And I say that because we get caught up in being a wife or a husband or a parent or top flight CEO of whatever. Top flight CEO.
What?
I say that because oftentimes we get so caught up in all our other roles in life. There's so many things that we all are having to do, and we put ourselves on the back burner. And that's okay for a while, but at some point you're going to look up and realize, like, what do I do for myself? When was the last time that I was happy, that I was doing something for me? And some people may think it sounds selfish, but you have to be selfish with your peace. You have to be selfish with your happiness. At the end of the day, you have to have your peace. You have to have your happiness. That's why peace and happiness go hand in hand. Most people say, I want peace and happiness. If you're happy, you have peace. If you have peace, you're happy. Usually, that's how it works. We are going back to revisit our childhood. And I say that because no matter how old you get, there's always an inner child that needs to be fed. And I say that because children are usually the most innocent, happiest beings because they haven't experienced real life yet. Even if your childhood was bad, there are still moments in your childhood that to this day you have warm, fuzzy memories of. I hope. Because I know people's childhoods were rough. So I'm sorry if that's triggering, because I just personally believe there are moments from our childhood that we can go back and revisit, and we're happy about those moments. So I say start there. Start to a point in your childhood that you were actually genuinely happy, and think about what were you doing at that time. For me, one of my favorite childhood things to do was jumping on the trampoline. I still love, like, my daughter loves going to Defy Gravity, and that makes me happy because I actually enjoy the trampoline. Maybe a little bit more painful the next day or the next few days, but in that moment, I am happy. I feel like a kid again. I'm just in a better space. I'm just happy. Like, you don't have time to think about everything else that's going on in life when you're just in the moment doing something that you enjoyed when you were younger. And for me, that's jumping on a trampoline. It could even be like riding your bike. I don't know why oftentimes, like, now, yes, we are older and it may take a little time to recover from these things. But even if you enjoyed riding your bike, take the time out and get back to riding your bike. Now, for me, riding bikes was straight, but it wasn't really a joy for me. And I say that because everybody's peace and happiness is going to be different. Even when you're revisiting childhood, some people really enjoyed skating. I enjoyed skating. However, baby, these ankles are weak. I cannot get on a skate no more. I'm actually afraid of what would happen if I tried to skate right now. But if that's something you enjoyed back in the day and your body is in good standing and you want to try it, find a skating rink. People don't realize, like I said in my last video, childhood shapes who we are. And even your childhood memories, recreating those childhood memories, it helps. And that's the first phase of finding what makes you happy. Revisit your childhood. See when there's a moment that you were like, oh my gosh, like I remember this, it was so great. Or there was a favorite activity or a favorite thing that me and my family used to do growing up. Do that. I'm telling you, do that. I don't care how old you are. If you can do it physically, get back into that. Now, there's two parts to this. If you were a person, let's say childhood, you just really don't have any positive, good memories about childhood. I get it. I understand. So let's focus on adulthood. There is something that you have experienced since being an adult that brought you true joy. Something that genuinely made you feel really, really good or helped you de-stress on a different level that you haven't de-stressed. And I'll give you an example. So for me, mine is yoga and meditation. When I tell y'all, yoga is different because yoga requires a little bit more. And honestly, I can't really do a lot of yoga now because I have a bad wrist and it really limits how I can move. And same thing, I have a bad ankle and it really limits how I can move as well. So yoga, I can't really do much of now, but prior to having RA, yoga was my go-to. Yoga was my jam, especially hot yoga, just because I just felt like the sweat and the heat was releasing a lot for me. But can't do that now, but I do also enjoy meditation. I enjoy meditation because life goes. Life is happening. Things are happening all the time, especially when you're a parent, you're a husband, a wife. You're just being pulled. Like you just don't have time to sit and think. And I like meditation because even if it's 5 minutes, you literally, and there's meditation apps. I use meditation on the Oculus. I have a program that's called Supernatural. I've talked about it before, but you can meditate. You take 5 minutes and you're just working on deep breathing, cleansing your thoughts, cleansing negative energy. And there are literally meditations for whatever you're feeling. If you're sad, if you're happy, if you're angry, if you're frustrated, there are so many meditations out there. You're going to want to schedule time to do that. Like daily meditation is non-negotiable for me because baby, I got to get my mind right. I deal with a lot of different energies and people. If you know from the last video, I am an empath, and sometimes people, you could be having the best time, mood, whatever, and somebody will come and just snatch it right up on it out of you. Literally, y'all, I be having times I got to meditate at work. If I got 5 minutes, I'm be like, all right, I need to take these 5 minutes to myself because I need to bring it back. I got to bring it back, bring my energy back, and get my peace back. Because people going to try and snatch it right up out of you. And I'm trying to tell you, you better regain it back. Reclaim my peace, please, and thank you. And if you're a person, you don't know where to start or what makes you happy, start with meditation. It's going to be weird for some people, but I do guided meditations because I haven't reached the level of meditation yet where I could just listen to music and breathe. Like, no, I need somebody to walk me through this. Somebody needs to help give me life. But if you're a person, you can just turn on some music and breathe. Start there. Just start anywhere. And there are free apps. I'm going to somehow give y'all the information on the app as well for meditation. If you don't know how to be happy or what brings you happiness or what brings you peace, start with meditation. Because it just takes a moment that you take to yourself to calm your mind, your body, your soul, to just calm your thoughts, calm everything, because life is fast, life happens, life moves fast. Take time to breathe. There's a lot more to meditation, but the most important is your breathing. You need to take time to breathe because when you're overwhelmed, life is overwhelming, you're not even taking a chance to breathe. Like, have you ever felt like, okay, I just need a moment, I just need to breathe? Like, that's meditation. That is meditation. People just don't like to label it for whatever reason, but if you need a moment to go step away and to breathe, you're already meditating. Just put more, I can't think of the word. Just put more, make it a more regular thing. Don't just do it when you're overwhelmed. Do it daily because then you'll be able to lessen the amount of overwhelmed you get, if that makes sense. So with intention, oh my God, do it more with intention. Breathe, find the right music, find the right guide, There are ways, but when you meditate, do it with intention. If you're a person, when you go work out, that's when you're at your happiness, do more of that. If you're a person, when you go for a run, do more of that. If you are fully aware, do more of those things. If you like yoga, you like working out, you like to paint, whatever it is, if you already know when you're happy, do more of that. And you're going to say, well, I don't have time to do that. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. You have got to make time for yourself. Non-negotiable. You can't keep pouring, 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 pouring. Then your cup is sitting here empty because you haven't took time to heal yourself and make yourself happier. How you going to be good there for your husband? How you going to be there for your kids? Because you ain't even there for yourself. You sitting here breaking yourself down for everybody else. And then when you're broken, there's nothing left for you. That's on you because you didn't take time for yourself. You didn't make yourself a priority. So I'm telling you, in order to gain peace and happiness, you have to be priority. You have to make yourself priority. I don't care if it's 10 minutes a day. I don't care if you like to paint and you got 10 minutes, you better get to painting something. You just got to do it. You have to give yourself time. This is how I make time for me. And it's not going to work for everybody. But I just want to give y'all an example because it's easier for me to tell y'all what I do versus telling you what to do. I want to give you an example for me and how I make time for myself and my happiness. So I wake up about 2 o'clock, 2:30. I get ready to do my workout. I always do my workout first because that kind of sets the tone for my day. It just gets me in the right state of mind and it gets my body going. So after I work out, I meditate. I meditate immediately after I'm working out because that also serves as a cool down for my body. And so after you work out, you already got the good endorphins flowing, and then that just brings it on home, if you will. After I meditate, I'm going to shower, get my life together for the day. I'm going to do my makeup, get dressed. After I get dressed, that's when I'm going to journal. And I like to journal because it kind of sets the tone. And I have a gratitude journal. This is the journal. I got it right from Temu. It's not expensive at all. I'm not going to go super in depth because there is going to be a part of the series that's talking about starting your day with gratitude. So I'm not going to go in depth. But I think it's important for this video because it's part of my morning routine. And I'm trying to share with y'all my morning routine and how I make time for myself to get my piece together. The gratitude journal is pretty much it says, I am grateful for, and you're going to put 3 things that you're grateful for. And every day I try to do 3 different things because I have to start my day with gratitude because life happens and you need to start your day on a positive note because you never know. If you want to start a negative and focus on the things that you don't have or things or what you're not doing, that's going to set the tone for your day. So I personally have to start my day with gratitude. And then it talks about what would make today great. And it could be, some days it's just a simple, especially right now, it's just I got out of bed this morning. I worked out this morning. I kept going even when I'm going through probably one of the hardest things in my life right now. The hardest thing in my life right now. So right now it's just waking up, making it, still doing my workout, still showing up, still being a mom. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be this extravagant thing. If you just woke up today and you just made your journal today, that is something that makes it a great day. Because some people have to fight every single day to get up. So I'm already starting my day up here. It's not even 6 o'clock and I'm already up. You got to start your day up because the world is already going to do its part to try and bring you down. But if you need to start up here, because it's going to be that much harder to bring you down here, okay? After I do my gratitude journaling, then I'm going to also journal a manifestation journal as well. Just because I have a lot of things that I'm trying to do. And me, I believe speaking and writing it into existence. So I do that every single morning as well. And also it just helps me to get in grind zone. It helps me to get in hustle mode. So that's what I'm going to do first thing. This is before I do anything else. So that's kind of my schedule. But again, I get up at 2 o'clock a.m. to do this. But that's how I make my time. Because baby, once my day gets started, it's a wrap. I got to get my daughter up, get her up. We're out the house. We work, school. I got to pick her up from school. Sometimes we have gymnastics. After gymnastics, I got to get her home. We got to do schoolwork. We gotta get showers. We gotta get fed. I'm doing better with keeping in touch with family, especially now. It's just a lot. So, and then by that time, it's time for me to go to sleep. And the last thing I'm going to do is work out and meditate and all of that. So I have to just do my part to get up in the morning and do it, because I know that's what sets the tone for my day. And I always have a better day when I do it. If I miss a step, it throws me off. And that's why I say it's important to have a schedule for you to get it done and find your peace. So whatever you have to do, however you got to work it out, let your family know, your husband, your spouse, your kids. Like, for me to be a better me, I have to do these things. And they just have, everybody has to get on board somehow, some way, because you can't continue to neglect yourself and continue to try to give to everybody else, because one day everything's going to stop and everybody's going to be looking at you confused and that you're crazy, because it's like, why are you snapping? Like, what happened? Because that's usually what happens. You put yourself on the back burner all the time and then you finally snap and then everybody's looking at you like, so don't get to that point. Start and figure out how you're going to do more of the things that make you happy to find your peace. I know a lot of y'all are probably watching like, okay, well, I'm glad you know what makes you happy, because I have no idea. If you are a person, you are plain old dead inside. Don't nothing make you happy. You don't know what makes you happy. Life just sucks. I got y'all too. It is time for you to start trying stuff. It is time. And yes, money may be an issue, and that could be the issue that you're not at peace right now. Don't let money and financial stop you, because life doesn't stop. Life keeps going. You have to keep going, which means you have to figure out what makes you happy. You got to do it. You got to do the work. Life is too short to be sitting and be miserable. You got to figure it out. You have to, because the last thing you want to do is look up one day and be like, I've spent my life being miserable, or I spent my life being unhappy. I don't care how much life sucks for you, or how bad things have gotten for you, or how far gone you think you are. You can get back to you. I say there's always something that you've wanted to try, and it can be something that costs a lot of money or something that doesn't cost anything at all. You just start trying things. If you have something around that you can try, or something that you've wanted to try, start there if you can. If it's not something that's going to break the bank or things like that, try it. You will never know what you can enjoy or what actually makes you happy until you try it. I never would have thought about meditation that would bring me as much happiness as it did until I tried it one day, because I was just so far gone, and I was like, you know what? Let's give meditation a whirl. And now it's like one of my favorite things and a must do thing that I have to do to even start my day. But I never would have known if I wasn't going through this crazy patch and I was like, you know what? I'm desperate. Let's do it. Let's do this meditation thing. You have to just see what's out there. Try walking, getting sunlight. Natural sunlight is the best thing that you can get for your body, for your endorphins, for your happiness. Start there. Get you some sunlight. Go walking. Don't do it because you're trying to lose weight. Do it because you want to genuinely see if it makes you happy, and you might be surprised. It really may make you happy. Think about that. Focus on how you're feeling when you're doing the activity. I am no artist whatsoever, but I like to play artists from time to time. Like, I like to go to me personally, I like to do trap and paint because I love trap music, and I do like to paint. As long as the picture is already there and I'm just painting, I'm there for it. But I would never be able to actually like paint something from scratch. But I do like to do like the trap and paint. And in that moment, I am happy. I'm just living. It's just more of I'm having fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm not measuring for anything. I'm just in the moment, enjoying this moment. You have to think about things like that where there's no pressure to do it. You don't feel like you're being forced to do it. It's just something that you want to do because it brings you a joy. Just start trying things. If you're a person that's struggling financially, there are so many different things that you can do that are free. You can go walking. You can start a new series on TV. Find new people on YouTube to watch. Start trying different things and focus on how you genuinely feel during the process of you trying these things. Does it make you feel good? Did you feel like in that moment you're not thinking about whatever else is going on in life? Things that make you feel like you can breathe a little better, you feel like stress going away. Do more of those things. And It's going to look different for everybody, and you may have to try multiple things. Cause I do multiple things that make me happy. You know, I like a good massage, but massages aren't cheap. That might be something you can't do every single time. Me personally, I can't go every other day or once a week to go get a massage. Not yet, but that's something that I like to do, but I'm not going to be able to do all the time. So that's why it's good to have options, especially in this economy when money is tight. You got to find some free things or not as expensive things, because it's something that you're going to want to dedicate yourself to every day, every other day, somehow, some way. You have to do more of what makes you happy. I'm not saying like, well, being with my kids makes me happy. Being with my kid makes me happy too, but I also need a break from her to get my mental together too. I'm talking legit, in the most selfish way possible, what makes you happy. I'm not saying, oh, cooking for my family makes me happy. Like, you don't want to cook every day. If you do, baby, come show me. But no, I'm talking something that actually makes you feel good inside, that doesn't require a lot of energy and time from you. I'm talking if you need to sit in your corner for 15 minutes by yourself in your car and want to read a book just to have moments to yourself, like, that's the type of stuff that I'm talking about. The selfish stuff. Because I love spending time with my daughter too, but I need to get my peace right from time to time, even from her, because kids will stress you out. I don't care how much of a good mother you are or you portray to be, like, you need a break from being a mom too. Just period. It ain't no shame in that whatsoever. Now, I do have something, a task for you guys, if you will. I want everyone to drop in the comments what genuinely brings them happiness. And the reason why I want y'all to do this is because I want other people that are watching to see what's really out there. Some people are so far gone from finding peace and happiness, they really don't know what to do. It's easier, like for me, I can tell people what I like to do, but some people are like, I'm not meditating, I'm not doing yoga. So that's why I want an ongoing discussion in the comments. I really want people to share, if you don't mind sharing, what you do that truly brings you peace of mind, or what makes you really, really happy. And it can be anything. It can be hiking. It can be laying on your floor face down in silence. If that's what makes you happy, baby, I am here for it, okay? I'm here for whatever makes you happy, as long as it doesn't mean hurting anybody else, of course, obviously. Whatever it is, please drop them in the comments so we can help people who are really far gone, because I get it. And it's important to have a community. So I hope y'all do take heed and drop stuff in the comments just to share. This year, everybody should lean on each other and help each other find some type of peace of happiness. The world needs peace more than anything. And starting with your personal peace is a good place to start. So please don't hesitate. Drop them in the comments. Share them in the comments. Let's spread all the peace and love and happiness that we can. Just to recap for part 2, find and do more things that make you happy. And I'm talking in the most selfish way. Put yourself first. It's okay to put yourself first. And if you don't know what makes you happy, start experimenting, start finding things. Everybody else is going to put things in the comments. So if you don't know where to start, I would start at the comments, hopefully, because sometimes y'all don't listen to me ever. Actually, y'all never listen to me. We're getting there. We'll get there eventually. I really do hope people share, but if not, you can always reach out to me. I will try to help you in the best way I can. And I'm going to see y'all next time for part 3. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything. Thanks for watching, y'all.